And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California. It's another bright, beautiful, sunny afternoon, and we just had the Fed meeting, so there is a lot to talk about. And I know NASDAQ just rallied pretty nice, up 2.5% today. Bitcoin still down 1.5% today. A few of the altcoins are beginning to rally, and I think after hearing the Fed meeting and some of the market commentary out there, I think really what happened today is that we didn't get a 100 basis point rate hike. We got a 75 basis point rate hike. And I do think that, basically people are going to wake up tomorrow and realize the same thing. Nothing has changed. Unemployment is fairly bad. You've got 8.6 inflation. You've got higher interest rates. Looks like the housing market's going to start to sag a bit. And I think, tomorrow everybody wakes up and realizes that, hey, things are the same. Nothing's changed. Nothing's really changed. And so that being said, we could get a little more downside action. If you asked me, I could be totally wrong though. Market could just rally back up to the moon. At least for Bitcoin's price action, the major critical area that I'd be looking for Bitcoin to start closing, 4-hour candles back above 23,500. And that would very likely get us a test back, at some point a bounce up to 24 to 25,000, something in that range, I think is needed. We need a little bit of a relief bounce. And how else can we take this home? So let's take a look at some of these charts. And I'm going to start it off with the monthly, and I want to go to the BLX index, the oldest price history for Bitcoin. Currently, this is your monthly outlook, and this is a bearish engulfing, almost a bearish engulfing candle, not engulfing in fact, but a fairly good size. We have 15 more days left on this candle for the month. So if we had a kind of a reverse engineer this thing, monthly target, $5,000. No, I don't think we go that low. I do think that we could come down to the $10,000 range. Somewhere between 16 and 19,000, we probably get a little bit of a bounce over there. Let's take a look at the quarterly. So this is going to end in, again, 3 days, bearish engulfing. I would imagine if we close anywhere like this below that yellow 21, it's going to be very reminiscent of this weekly closure. On this weekly closure, which is coming in, just under this level right here. We're talking about 22,129. And what was I saying? Just back here, back when this, the first monthly, the first bearish monthly candle close we had was right here. That was the first one, right below the yellow 21. And what is the quarterly doing? We got 15 more days left, so we don't know if it's going to close down there, but definitely a little bit more on the bearish side for a quarterly. Let's get back on to the daily time frames, some of our lower term time frames, and see if we want to play this market for a bounce. And so here's what I would say. Just a tick above 23.5 is going to get us a move up to 25 or 26,000 bucks. I think that's a decent bounce target. And we are still closing below the bottom side Challenger band, which just says, hey, continuation, trend continuation. And you've got volume on these candles, big volume. So probably a little bit more downside to go. But we're almost there. We're almost there to the bottom. And when the bottom does come, you know, it's going to be a lot more fun playing it to the upside, right? Because again, this product is not, Bitcoin's not going anywhere. And all the financial institutions that are getting involved right now and pouring more and more capital into being a part of cryptocurrency as a revolution for the monetary system, for our whole financial system, it's just going to keep building and building and building inertia. You know, I remember when Bitcoin fell from $20,000 to about $3,800 over a year and a half's time frame. It was, you know, a lot of people thought it was going to be the end. It was going to be the end, the COVID crash. Everybody was going to be locked down, and you know, it was pretty much like the sky is falling, but we're not in a place like that yet. I don't think we see that initial real panic selling until Bitcoin probably gets below 19,000. If that does happen, that's when I'd imagine it starts to form. So what else do I want to look at here? I want to look at the bullish or bearish divergence. Bullish or bearish divergence, which is when price is making lower lows and RSI is making higher lows. And typically you want to see at least 3 drives of bullish divergence on the daily time frame for us to get a bit of a pity bounce and roll back over. And I think looks like we're in the making. As volatility starts to decline here, you could get a bit of a pity bounce. Now, the last time volatility declined, Bitcoin just traded sideways. And then when volatility started to expand again right here, we had continuation of trend. So I imagine if you see something similar like that, you know, let the trend be your friend till the end of the trend. That's the great old saying. By the way, don't forget to hit the like button and help out the channel. We always do appreciate that. And let's see, that's it for Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Now, where's another one you can start to see the bullish divergence forming on the 4-hour. RSI is making higher lows, price is making lower lows. So we are getting that first bounce. And yeah, you want to typically see 3 drives of bullish or bearish divergence for a decent sized bounce. So what does that mean? You know, maybe we put in one more lower high, one more lower low, and then give it a shot. Something like that, I think could very easily happen, or maybe, you know, come up there and back, and there we go. So that's what I'm looking at on the 4-hour time frame. How about on the 1 hour? What is the 1 hour doing? 1 hour is just trudging along pretty sideways here. Nothing fantastic about this price action. Again, Bitcoin still down 1% today. While the NASDAQ closing looks like it's going to close up 2.5% by the end of the day. What other coin do we want to cover? Ethereum only down 1.25%. Looks just like Bitcoin, except for we do have the 1, 2, 3 drives of bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. And that is just going to give you a shot to the top side of the range, which is probably coming in here at 1,255. I think that is a doable bounce for Mr. Ethereum. Just out of curiosity, is there a 3-month chart for this Ethereum? That does not look healthy. So $776, easy target for Mr. Ethereum. And if we just look at this massive consolidation and kind of get some fib targets from this last range of price action. I mean, it's been a huge range from $1,800 to $4,500. How can we get a fib target? Yeah, that is not what I wanted to see. Why is the fib target going down so much? It's too much price action, too much consolidation. So I don't think that's a good way to do that one. How about on the 4-hour time frame? We already took a look at that. Is the 2-day giving us anything? You know, Ethereum will get a big bounce if this next 2-day closure closes in 2 hours, 34 minutes. And if you get a tick above 1257, you're looking at a move up to at least $1,500, something in that range. So we are getting into the weeds now, about 10 minutes into the video. Mana had a big bounce today. It doesn't look like a big bounce, but that's 5% right there. And we got the higher low. Now we're looking for a higher high coming in, hopefully sooner than later. Bounce. So volatility is expanding. Momentum is to the downside. And on the 2-day time frame for Mana, wow, Mana has almost done the full retrace from there down to here. And, it's probably going to do whatever Bitcoin does at the end of the day. Again, we're all going to wake up tomorrow and realize the same thing. Nothing's really changed with the economy. In fact, they're laying people off at Microsoft, and I heard layoffs coming from Coinbase today. I heard layoffs coming from, I believe it was Apple as well. And just not necessarily the recipe for successful, thriving economy. But that's why we like to keep an eye on the charts and know whether we are bullish or bearishly biased. And, right now the trend, again, is your friend till the end of the trend. So I'm just going to wrap it up here with one more big gainer today. Polkadot having a little bit of a bounce off the lows down at $6. That one's going to begin to look fairly attractive. Especially if it comes down to the full retrace levels, down there at about $3. I mean, these are the opportunities of a lifetime. When the market gets crushed, you have to be able to buy while there's blood in the streets, even if it's your own blood. That's the great old saying. So we did our daily Bitcoin price targets. The only thing we're missing was the news today, but news, I think we'll save that one for tomorrow. That's it for today, guys. I wish you guys all have a blessed and highly favored day. Talk to you soon. Take care.